Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening I'm going to look into some intermediate gear for Guild Boss. It should be able to get you a score of roughly 3000 across both of the bosses, hard and normal. But before I delve into the details, I have a few requests to fulfill for my viewers. Firstly, bonjour Jasmine, ma chérie. Je parle un peu français pour toi, mais je ne peux pas trop le parler. Je suis désolé. That was a broken attempt at some French. Secondly, I need to shout out Divine Sun, but for the dyslexic Sora from Ambition, I apparently have to call it Cruel Sun since he can't seem to read the name Divine Sun. And then we will move on to Emiya, who has expressed his love for Jasmine several times. And then Cantonese. So, firstly for Bleon from my guild, 我唔係太知道可以同你講乜嘢，但係我講少少廣東話俾你啦。And then for Yaro, my brother Rak from the guild, I have a little song to sing for him in Cantonese. 若這一束吊燈傾瀉下來，或者我已不會存在，即使你不愛，亦不需要分開。若這一刻我竟嚴重之愛，根本不需要被愛，永遠在床上發夢，餘生都不會再悲哀。人總需要勇敢生存，我還是重新許願，例如學會承受失戀。明年今日別要再失眠，床褥多改變。如果有幸會面，不再同伴新婚的盛宴。惶惑地等待你出現，明年今日微言你一年，誰捨得改變？離開你60年，但願能認得出你的子女，臨別的聽得到你講再見。And also one last shout out for Pharaoh. Brother, I sang like I promised. Time for you to speak in your next video. Okay, now that all that's over, let's move on to the actual detail of this video. So first we'll have a look at Gotha. His gear is built on triple defense. The middle two definitely have to be SSR in order to build up the defense that he has. And you want to go for resistance rolls. What I've done is one resistance roll on this one with defense on the rest of it, and two resistance rolls on this one with defense on the remaining. As you can see at the bottom is a bit of a mismatch at the moment. I still haven't completed all my SSR gear, but I've gone for an orb with pure HP rolls and a belt with pure HP rolls as well. At the top, I've used unleveled C gear for the defense, just because you don't want to give him too much attack, otherwise the normal guild boss will die too quickly when you're throwing away Gotha attacks, for example. And if we go and look at his link, we have King. So if we go into King's gear here, all I've done is I've thrown some random defense gear on him as well to boost that up. I've got defense rolls on these, nothing particularly great, but that'll just give a bit more of a boost of defense for Gotha there. And if we move on to Helbram, any gear on him, it doesn't really matter what you have, since his unique will bring him back to life after he dies once. He's going to survive either way, so I've just thrown an attack set on him, because why not? And again with his link, his Arthur, any gear, I just throw one of my associate attack sets on him. Moving on to Gustav next. His gear, what I've done here is I've thrown some HP defense gear on him with pierce rate rolls on the top two. I've gone for 28% on each one because it only costs gold, it's pretty cheap, so why not? That's just to help his survivability while you're running the guild bosses. And for his associate, again, I've not particularly thrown anything special on here. I've just given Galland a random associate set of gear there. I'm using Galland because he's level 75, 6 out of 6 ult and 6 stars, so he gives the most boost as an associate. Time to go into Jericho, which I believe everybody's been waiting for, especially you, Kobe GG. So, again, you can see this is an unfinished set of gear. I've gone for triple crit damage. On the top two, I've gone for 2 lines of attack, 3 lines of crit damage. The same again on this one. And then for the rest of it, you just go for the normal defense rolls on the middle, HP rolls on the bottom. And I need to change that rune to SSR really for more survivability, as well as the middle two necklace and earrings. I have an earring ready, but the rolls are not yet there, as you can see. So for Jericho's associate, Gila, what I've done is I've actually put my best set of attack gear on there to try to boost Jericho's attack as much as possible, because crit damage, as we know, is a multiplier of the attack that the unit has. So with this gear that I have currently, I'll show you what I managed to get this week for Guild Boss. I didn't manage to beat 3k, but as you can see in the bottom right corner here, I got 2,967. So that's not bad, considering the gear wasn't completely finished. And actually I've upgraded a few pieces since I got that score. But that's just a general overview of what we need for Guild Boss and how to achieve it best. To explain actually a little bit more about why Gustav has the pierce rate, we can look at his unique here, which decreases the enemy's resistance by the value of the hero's pierce rate at the start of the battle. So the more pierce rate Gustav has when he enters the battle, the lower the boss's resistance will be, which means the harder your Jericho will hit when she ults at the end with her crit. And obviously, as we all know, the higher the damage, the higher the score that you'll get for that run. Anyway, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time.